because China and Russia represent to them serious kinds of problems. But also, black people represent a serious problem to the United States government and has done so historically. That's why Malcolm X is dead. That's why Martin Luther King is dead. Russians didn't do that. That's why more than 28 members of the Black Panther Party in 1968 alone were murdered. The Russians didn't do that. That's why this community, our people have been under arrest. That's why a spy center is being developed right here in North St. Louis. Even as they're pushing black people out of our homes, gentrifying us and things like that, taking away our properties, created this entity that they call a land bank administration for the purpose of stealing property from black people legally. Even as they are doing that kind of thing, they're attacking those of us who are trying to defend this community and to bring economic development to this community. That's what we do. That's what we do here. That's what we've done historically. So when it comes to this issue about Russia and Ukraine, where Russia has spent, well, the United States has, in this last budget offering that I saw, talked about more than $40 billion more that they're given to this entity that they call Ukraine, the entity that they put in power after overthrowing the legitimate government in Ukraine in 2014. We're supposed to have forgotten that, to put themselves closer to the border of Russia, that they have declared to be some kind of adversary, though they haven't explained to us why it's an adversary, though I don't care why they would say that. The fact is that we are able to say that we are not pacifists. We are not pacifists at all. We believe that there's a difference in just wars and unjust wars, and we are opposed to unjust wars, and we support just wars. Unjust wars are those wars that try to colonize people, keep them under tyranny, bury them under oppression, and just wars are those wars that are fought by oppressed people to liberate themselves. We don't just support Russia in this war against Ukraine. We support Palestine. Even as the U.S. government and U.S. citizens are leaving this country every day, going to Palestine, where that is murdering Palestinian Arabs on a daily basis. Don't tell us that we can't have friends that you don't like. Because the fact is, the friends that we have were people who will be opposed to murdering people in Palestine, murdering people in North St. Louis, murdering people in Afghanistan, murdering people in Syria. We would be opposed to them. And so anybody who would stand up for the liberation of those people, we're on their side. You don't have to be a Russian or anything like that. One. Secondly, yes, I have been to Russia, but I've also been to South Africa. I've been to Ghana. I've been to various other places in Africa. I've been to Nicaragua. I've been all kinds of places where oppressed people are organizing because black people need not to be isolated. And that's what this government would do. They would have us isolated, assuming that there is nothing that we can turn to except Joe Biden, who turned loose 100,000 policemen in the street with his omnibus crime bill that's probably killed Mike Brown. And the Russians didn't kill Mike Brown, by the way. Nobody said the Russian did that. That was an American domestic soldier that they called the police that killed Mike Brown. So you want me to hate Russians? And no, I don't hate Russians, but I hate those people who killed Mike Brown, and I hate the institutions that's responsible for that. So I wanted to say that. And to be clear about that, I'm not unabashedly a black man, an African that's committed to the liberation of black people, the African and all the other oppressed peoples on the planet Earth. And the United States has always historically been opposed to the liberation of oppressed people, opposed to freedom in Nicaragua, opposed to freedom in Afghanistan, opposed to freedom in South Africa. Mandela, from your perspective, at one time was a terrorist. Fidel Castro, how many times has the U.S. government tried to murder Fidel Castro? This is the reality that we're talking about, and so we are unabashedly on our own side. So I just wanted to say that in terms of what happened. Let me just say, they actually sent a drone into this house. They said we were not charged with anything. That's what they said. They handcuffed me and my wife out here. They wanted me to sit on the curb while they were carrying this out, something that I refused to do. They wanted my wife to sit on the curb out here, that she refused to do. The only thing we do is fight for black people, black power. All you gotta do is walk through North St. Louis and you can see the changes that we brought here as a party for black people. And the government is opposed to that, and that's why we're under attack, and also because they see us as pawns that they can use in this propaganda war against Russia. That's why black people who make this mistake of assuming that what's happening in Afghanistan or what's happening in Russia and Ukraine have nothing to do with us, clearly it does have something to do with us. The United States government clearly says it has something to do with us. And what they have done also is trying to create a situation where there is the appearance that anybody, black people who oppose, who criticize what the United States government is doing to us, must be the employ of Russia. Like somehow Russia killed Mike Brown. That somehow we needed the Russians to tell us that we were oppressed. That's a hell of a statement. It's a disgusting, slanderous statement that black people don't have enough sense to know who it is that's killing us, murdering us, and keeping us living in these conditions. And I've been to Russia, and I didn't see Russians living like black people live right here in North St. Louis. That's the reality. So I wanted to say that. My wife was here too. I don't know if you want to say anything about what happened. Yeah, I want to hear this. I want you to hear this from different people. And this house was not the only house attacked. They attacked our office in St. Petersburg, Florida, our headquarters there. They raided it. They stole materials from us, just like they stole from this house. They stole my phone. They stole my computer. They stole computers from other members of our organization, cell phones. They have that. They stole that from us. They said that they had a warrant for it. They may have had a warrant for it, but they didn't show it to me. And so what I saw was a thief. The thieves came in and used flashbang grenades to terrorize this entire community and stole some material from us under the color of law. It's a colonial law that we're looking at. So did you want to say anything?
Yeah, Uhuru, I just wanted to say that we were just sitting in the house at 5 a.m. in the morning talking like we normally talk. And the next thing we knew, we heard someone say, everyone at 4442 Redbud, come out with your hands up. So, we're new to the city, so we're thinking some kind of flash flood, because it's been flooding here. And then they said it again. And then we had heard all these flash bombs go off. And, Chairman says, come on, let's get out of here. So Chairman went out first, and then I came out. As I was coming out, this big old drone met me coming down the stairs, like it was going to attack me. And they handcuffed myself and the chairman and, escorted us to the side of the road and started, asking us questions, which we didn't answer.
Coming down the stairs here where you are now.
In the house.
In the house. So when that door, because when I walked out of the door, the door was open. Let me just say that.
Also, they would, damage the door, to get in the other apartment next to us. So, if we hadn't opened the door, everything would have been, slammed.
The door, you can see the window was broken there. They put a border up that door there. But the reality is this, even if they had a legitimate warrant, like they said, all they gotta do is knock on the door. What is a flash bomb? What is being out here terrorizing the entire community something about a search warrant? It had nothing to do with a search warrant. It had to do with this game that they are playing to keep black people oppressed and this ideological, this propaganda war that they engaged in with Russia. And we're not going to be a part of it, and they're not going to keep us from fighting for our freedom. We got a black community conference that's scheduled for the 31st, for Sunday, 21st, the 31st, right here at Legacy. And black people are going to come out, we're going to be free. And there's not enough FBI agents on the planet Earth to stop the struggle of black people. We're going to make that happen. We got a doula event happening right now where we're training 20 black women to be doulas. Because they kill our children, they close our hospitals down, our babies are not able to be born safely, black women are treated badly when they're pregnant, so we're solving that problem. That's what this government is attacking because it doesn't want that to happen. They're not going to stop us. They attacked our center and houses on the south side. There's a solidarity center that we have on the south side as well. Penny Hess is the chairwoman of the African People's Solidarity Committee that works under the leadership of the Black Revolution, the Black Power movement.
Uhuru, thank you, Chairman Omali Yeshitela and Deputy Chair Ona Zinaya Yeshitela, the African People's Socialist Party. I want to say, again, I am Penny Hess, Chair of the African People's Solidarity Committee, the organization of white people formed by Chairman Omali Yeshitela and the African People's Socialist Party more than 40 years ago in 1976 to be solidarity, to be black power in white face behind enemy lines, to be able to go into the white community, to tell the truth, that the only reason that we have the Del Mar divide, that we have the two Americas, that we have the colonialism inside this country is because it's built on the enslavement of African people, the kidnapping of African human beings, and forcing them to labor for free for our benefit for hundreds of years on land in which genocide was committed against the indigenous people that is stolen from them that we live on today. That's the only reason that there's two Americas, that there are the colonizer and the colonized, the wealth and the poverty. That is the reason why. And I just want to say that we stand unconditionally in solidarity with the African People's Socialist Party, with the African working class, with African people all around the world to have their stolen resources back in the form of reparations, to have political and economic power over their lives, to have Africa, which belongs to African people everywhere, as we have learned from Chairman Omali Yeshitela, to be free and to have relationships with whomever supports them. This government does not support them. And I do want to unite with the indictment of the U.S. government, which is there to oppress African people, to colonize them, steal their resources, bring more wealth to white people every day in this city, in this country, and around the world. And I stand in solidarity with the freedom and liberation and reparations to African people. Our center, there is a Solidarity Center at 2654 Gravois near Jefferson. It is owned by the Black Star Industries and the African People's Socialist Party as a front that we use and raise resources and organize out of there. I want to say that we have had tremendous, tremendous support from white people. It's in a very well-traveled corridor there. So many people. We go door to door. We give out flyers. We're out in the Tower Grove Park and other places organizing with tremendous, overwhelming support from white people for the stand of reparations, for the Black Power Blueprint, for the fact that the Black Power Blueprint, which has built the mural, the basketball court, as all the things the chairman said, is the only positive thing happening in this city and in this country. We hear this over and over again, and genuine support from the white community for the work and the stand of African people for freedom and liberation and independence. So I just want to say, unity through reparations.
Yeah, I just wanted you to say what happened this morning when they came to your house and
Came to the house, okay.
and the solidarity
Came
center.
to South St. Louis to the
They came to the South St. Louis in 2654. They took a battering ram. They also had drones. They brought out two people who live upstairs from the Solidarity Center down also in handcuffs with assault rifles at their heads. And they took hours going through both the center, the public part, and their house. And they also came to our house in South St. Louis as well. They came at 5 a.m., broke down our door, broke the door, came in, searched everything, took our computers and phones, and yeah.
What is this about? You mentioned you traveled all over the world.
I'm gonna really get to that momentarily. I want, Jesse, were you at the Solidarity Center? Go ahead, please. This is Jesse Neville.
Uhuru, Chairman, I just also want to express my unity with the statement that you gave and everything that Penny Hess just said. And the Uhuru Solidarity Center, which is organizing for white reparations to African people under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party, was, as was mentioned, attacked this morning as part of this FBI assault on the struggle of Black people for freedom and self-determination. They came in at 5 a.m. at the same time that they attacked this house and the other sites mentioned, and with FBI as well as local police, county police, upwards of around 30 different officers broke through the front door of the apartment, which is upstairs at the Solidarity Center, with a battering ram, and put myself and the other person who lives there, who's also part of the organization, in handcuffs and had at least 6 or 7 assault rifles pointed at us when they brought us out of the building. Then they took 5.5 to 6 hours to ransack both the Solidarity Center downstairs and the apartment upstairs, and took computers, cell phones, hard drives, files, notebooks, and
So they took these people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're like actually being like they're called the Uru African Socialist Party. So they're actually, standing for black people's rights, reparation, all of those things. And because they have an organization that they're fighting against the government, the FBI, or ungodly entities, as we would want to say it is. These people houses were bum rushed. They were unauthorized going into these people's home and taking their phones. They turned these people's phones off. They had guns to their heads. They wanted the information that these people had. If you are against anything that these people got going on, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, anyone that's fighting to keep black people from being oppressed, they tried to do away with you. Kennedy, they did away with him. They doing away with Trump as well. Trump is for us, the people. He's not, y'all want to say he racist. I don't see a racist thing. I see that Trump is for the people, and he not going to continue, just like they ran up in Trump's place, they ran up in these people's places. Because these people are about, the human race and rights. And our ancestors, blood, sweat, and tears built this country, but they want to say what they done. You ain't done nothing. And then they done daggone allowed all these Ukrainian people to come over here, and they done paid all these people, and they ain't gave us a thing. So yeah, we need to stand up and fight. This is why I wanted y'all to hear this.
a whole long list of things. That's what happened this morning.
So I want to say this. I want to ask Comrades Jesse and Comrade Zaki to say something. But they have accused us of taking money from Russia. Well, first of all, we've never taken a penny from the Russian government. But I'm not saying that because I'm morally opposed to taking
Good morning,
money
hello,
from
good
the
morning, Ms.
Russians
Dolly.
or anybody else who wants to support the
Chat
struggle
so
for
much
black
evil
people. Because
all
you have
around
a
the world.
government that
Every
just
time
gave,
you
at the
hear
last count I
the
saw,
news,
$40
yes, Dolly,
billion.
yes, I get to the point
$40 billion
that I turn off the
for
TV too much,
Ukrainians
devastating and
other
hurting
agents
people's
coming from the United
eyes
States
and
all over
heart.
the
Yes,
Western world to kill
now
Russians.
we
And
are
there's no
all in
question about that.
poverty,
$40 billion.
struggling
But I will tell you
to
this.
buy
If you go up and down West
food
Forest,
and pay bills.
you will
Right.
see an extraordinary improvement has occurred. Not from Russia.
My thing is, y'all, it's time for us to stand up as a unit of people, the BOC, the body of Christ. Because right now, the government and anything that's above, that think they're above anybody, my thing is you can't control nobody. We're not enslaved. We'll never be enslaved again. Before we allow people to control us, we'll die first. Do you know we'll die at war fighting with these entities? They're ungodly entities, ungodly demons on this earth that wants to daggone keep people in poverty, poor. Do you know if these daggone ungodly vessels was to give us money, $1 million or so more, we're going to good morning, we're going to spend it back in the economy. So why do you allow us to be, you know what I'm saying, poor and as you want to say, in poverty, struggling? Why would you want, I wouldn't want, if I was a president, I wouldn't even want to oppress anyone. I want everybody to be equal, everybody to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Not rich, but wealthy, where you're not struggling. I mean, you got to pay bills every month. You know what I'm saying? For the same place that you reside for. It's yours. No one should daggone make you pay bills every month. Make you do. What we should be doing is vacationing and enjoying life. When you get in your 40s, your 50s, and your 60s and stuff, that's when it's time to enjoy life. You can't be daggone out here, daggone living and not living. You know what I'm saying? We're dead. We're the dead folks, not the dead. When you they want to talk about people dead. No, we're dead. We're living in a society where we can't even move right because of our skin color. You hear me? Okay, so let me hear what y'all got to say. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marisa. Good morning, Maria. Is that Maria? Girl, don't get me twisted, y'all. Cost of living so high, we can't afford the cost. Right. Then folks don't care about it. They don't care about us. They went into these peoples and see it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to stand up. And I think it's going to take a unit of women. If one person get out and daggone fight for us, then someone will say, okay, we tired of this stuff. We tired of the government daggone running us. We tired of the daggone FBI being under all of these daggone entities. I'm tired of being under them. I'm tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted. They give you food stamps. They only last for a little bit. Like they at home eating all this good hunky-dory food, and we sitting here eating the daggone bottom of the barrel trash food. You hear me? Everything that they got ain't nothing real no more. Everything is artificial this, artificial that. Like, I'm tired of artificial. Can we daggone be real in the world again? Can the world get real again? Because at this point, we tired of all this artificial everything. I know I am. And I'm a child of God. I don't care what daggone things I done to fall. I know when to repent to the Lord and ask the Lord to forgive me for what I do. But at this time, we got to stand up and fight for our rights. These people been playing on our back, and it ain't even a race thing at this point. It ain't a black, white, Hispanic, or daggone African thing. At this point, it's an American daggone humane thing. We tired. The human race is tired. The body of Christ is tired. We tired of living in poverty. We tired of living in daggone filthy conditions. They got all this money. America make money. How dare you say we are broke? America broke. Get the hell out of here. Y'all got the money meant here. How do you say we broke? No, y'all want to keep us oppressed and keep y'all's pockets rich. And I ain't standing for it. I got a life. I live the daggone live for life, not death. Now, what we have to, let me see. She said, what we have to live on, they spend in a day. Right. I told my family I ain't voting. No. And that's what the world need to do. Stop running out here to these polls. It be all our kind of people. It be us black people always running out here. Excuse me, y'all, because I ain't trying to keep my face in here, but I had to turn it around. But it be the black folks running down here getting all of this stuff that you have been brainwashed and conditioned. When is everybody going to wake up and realize it's time to fight for our rights? We cannot continue to let these people think that they can oppress us. And it ain't even the white people at this point. It's these evil, daggone, starts at the palace, the Pope, all of them evil folks. Don't think the Pope is nice. Don't think the Pope is for God. No. I don't care what nobody say. The Lord done let me see who the enemy is. And the enemy is the government, the FBI, and all of these folks that want to keep us oppressed. That's what it is. That's the enemy. An enemy ain't us or a color. The enemy is the entity of this daggone world running us, trying to run folks. So I gotta put my feet down. I ain't that person. You can't do me like Prince, baby. I've had enough of just knowing that this is what they trying to do, y'all. Excuse me, let me go ahead and put that up there, y'all. My kitchen, honey, I got me some food brewing in here for me and Fat Daddy and everything. We're gonna have us some boiled chicken and rice. So of course I got my pot going on. But I just wanted to say that because they got all this going on and we supposed to daggone just sit here and be hunky-dory to it. Hunky-dory to it. Everything gonna be all right. Nothing all right until we daggone get out of the muck and the mire that we in. We dealing with on a regular basis. I can't take it. I've been dealing with this and dealing with it, and I've been trying to daggone be nice and not come and speak on it. But when them people was daggone they houses and got bomb rushed and stuff like that, oh, I can't sit back and be still and be quiet. Them is our people. That man, 80 years old, he said he been doing this the most, but the majority of his life. So that means he has invested in daggone trying to keep us from being oppressed by the government and stuff. And I can't keep daggone not understanding how come folks keep wanting to run and go vote these demons in over us. Can somebody tell me that? Why does everybody want to run and vote folks in on us? We don't need nobody to daggone governor us or police us. We never had this stuff. Now we got it. We got it, y'all. So I'm down for the Black Panthers movement and anything else that's here to help us and not oppress us. Tired of being oppressed by a entity of people. It ain't even that the people are these people are not of God. We know that. Can't be a God and you trying to oppress your own folk. Trying to oppress us. So I had to come in here and talk about it because, you know what I'm saying, these people was violated. Every last one of them was violated. Their rights were violated. And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. It's time to speak up for our people. Time to stand up for our people. Fix this baby something to eat, child. He be up and ready. But I just wanted to say that, y'all, because Good morning. Did you sleep good? Get Granny hugs. Did you say Jesus?
Jesus.
Thank you
Thank you.
for waking me up.
Wake me up.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Come here, let Granny wipe your face off. Yeah.
What?
Your
you
breakfast.
ain't trying to know?
Yeah, your breakfast is in there on the table. Yeah, come and let Granny wipe your face. Yep, you got breakfast in there on the table. On the table.
Table?
Yeah. Tell God thank you for waking you up.
Yeah.
Go eat.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So let me let y'all hear some more of this, cause to be honest with y'all, I just was thrown away, and I just couldn't believe that. I thought that the FBI was good people, but I don't think they're good people. I'm sorry. This is just the way that I feel, but I don't think the FBI is good people, y'all. I called the FBI the other day, no lie, y'all. Because we've been hearing on Clubhouse all of this crime going on, who killed who did away with the daggone, weapons and all of this stuff, like it's literally just being told. Yeah, they crooked. Yes, they very much. And so I called them because I just was like, wow, someone needs to call the FBI or someone above in the FBI. So I guess I didn't word it right to the FBI agent that I was talking to, and I said yes. I said I called once before. I said, but I didn't get the results that I needed, so I needed to talk to the president over the FBI or whatever. Girl, he said the president. Click. I said, oh hell no! I know this son of a bitch didn't just hang up in my face. Agent. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I draw the line and say that the FBI crooked too. Crooked too. Don't trust the FBI. Don't trust nothing at this point. I don't care who you is. And then again, this is how us black folks need to stop daggone letting these people just daggone think they can run over us. Every black person in America need to not go vote. Period. Let they vote for their own people. Let them vote for their own kind. That's what I say. Ain't no reason us being in that. We ain't got nothing to do with that, y'all. We ain't got nothing to do with these people, what they got going on. Because it don't make a hill of beans. Somebody gonna steal the damn election anyways. Like they did last time. And got Biden in here. And I ain't gonna bite my tongue and speak on it. They know Biden too old to be even trying to run anything. They know this. Why y'all got this man in here? He got dementia and anything else to do with division. D-I. Division, dementia, divorce, this, all this. You know what I'm saying? This is all I got to say. So why we gotta daggone be oppressed because these rich, wealthy, y'all, I can't even call them white. Vampires. I'm calling them vampires. Because they daggone, I'm going to tell it is like it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a dang on y'all know I don't bite my tongue. They vampires. Ain't nothing in the world eating daggone human flesh and kidnapping babies and daggone sacrificing babies and drinking their blood. But vampires. So that's what y'all is. And we know you is. So we can't we won't subject ourselves to your lifestyle, Mr. Vampire, reptilian, whatever y'all is. Let go of our government. Our government is human. Y'all trying to daggone kill the human race, so y'all's daggone bloodline going. Big Mama already know I'm a child of God. yeah. They don't want Big Mama to talk about how they got the bloodline going on, and their bloodline got to continue, and the human race got to go. yeah. They want to do us in, and they want to keep their daggone bloodline going. But humans, it's time to stand up against these daggone ungodly demons of the world. These are not humans that's running this world. I keep telling y'all this. Human don't want to hurt another human. God's people don't want to hurt humans. These things that's running this world is not of God. That's why they all up in there with that CERN machine. All up in God's skies trying to find black matter to bring here. No, he ain't right. None of them ain't right. None of them ain't right. And so this is my thing. If we want to fight these demons, you got to stop going to work for them. Stop being controlled. Get your own business. If you got money, and then don't daggone go out here and buy a house and don't buy your land that your house is on. Big Mama been telling y'all that because these demons are coming there and daggone, like they did on P-Valley, try to daggone build something over it or whatever. No, own your land. You gotta buy the land that your house is on, or you don't own anything. Do you understand? So Big Mama had to get out here because I've been listening and I've been studying and things of this nature about all of this stuff that's going on in the world. And honey baby, I don't like it. So that's why I'm speaking on it. They try to come and get me to ask me if I want to work for them. No, I don't want to work for you. You giving me some trillions? Because I ain't going to sell my daggone knowledge to nobody. When I can give it to my people for free and they can listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here on these internets right now charging y'all to daggone do something that you can do on your own. Just because they got a name on this internet. They call this and that. Oh, I'm going to go get in her class. Her class ain't teaching you nothing. That class ain't teaching you nothing. What we need to do is a class about being brainwashed and conditioned all these years. Not only did they brainwash us into believing this shit, but they conditioned us. We're conditioned to live in these daggone in this stuff, in this situation, in these situations. I don't like it. Mm-mm. I'm not nobody's slave, and I ain't working for nobody to daggone tell me what to do, bitch. I want to own my own business. I want to be my own boss. I don't want no boss walking around me with his hands behind his back talking about, let's get it. Y'all moving too slow. You know, we got to get this product out of here. Well, you know what? You need to get your ass out here on the damn assembly line with us, Mr. Boss Man. If you want your shit to move fast, then get your lazy ass out here. Because all you doing is walking around me and you telling me what you want us to do when you should be doing it. Eat it all, fat daddy. Granny wants you to eat it all. Big boy, get strong. So that's all I had to say, because I ain't nobody's slave. It ain't never gonna be that, and it'll never get to that, because we'll one thing about us black folks today and us white folks today, as they call them white folks, but honey, the people of God, we ain't going for it. These people are evil, y'all. They daggone jabbing you in your arm. You don't even know what the jab is that you're getting done in your arm. You're just doing all kind of things because you've been washed and conditioned to do so. And it's us people out here that's trying to tell us we got to daggone stop sleeping on these people, because they're going to wind up killing us and selling us out to the highest bidder. Big Mama ain't against no country, because I think it's a travesty that American soldiers will go over across seas to go kill somebody else that ain't bothering us. Y'all stay y'all booties out them people business, and they gonna stay their business out our business. That's just point blank, but America got to have their nose in everything, so that's why everybody is against America. And us black folks is involved in it because we over here in this crap. I'm tired of it. And everybody got these big platforms ain't talking about reparation and us daggone slaves, daggone being treated like we are. We didn't ask to be brought over here like nobody was asked to be born into this daggone world. We didn't be asked to be brought to this country. This country is falling apart. And ain't nobody trying to daggone stand up. I feel like everybody that is a black person in America, don't y'all take y'all's black butts down to them polls. Let the demons vote the demons in over themselves. Period. And then if your job ain't paying you like you want to be paid, stop working. Everybody just need to stop working. We need to stand for something or fall for anything they doing. Period. And Big Mama had to come out here and tell my piece, because I don't like what y'all FBI agents is about. Y'all just as evil as the daggone system that you work for is.
Money, but from solidarity by people, from people who unite with the struggle for black people to have freedom. That's where that basketball court came down. The government didn't do that.
Come on now.
The Russians didn't do that. Black people and our supporters opposed to colonialism helped to put that basketball court down there. The Russians didn't put that, didn't demolish those places that's scars on our community and put that first-rate event center there, a black community garden there. The Russians didn't do that. Black people and other solidarity people sent money, $5, $10, $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000 that came from people who believe in the freedom of black people in the United States.
Yes.
The government doesn't believe in the freedom of black people, and that's why they raided this house. I want to go ahead and introduce you to Comrade Zaki Baruti. Zaki is the President General of the Universal People's African
People's Organization.
People's Organization. University. Yeah.
First of all, let me just say what happened today is a really continuation of the terrorism that this government has always perpetrated against black people and poor people since the founding of this country.
Yes.
We unite totally with all that Chairman Omali Yesiteli has just laid out, especially as it relates to foreign policy. Let me also make mention historically in terms of the continuum of the constant terrorism of this government towards black people. Going back to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, where they concocted false charges because he had at that point one of the largest movements to liberate our people. It goes back, as Chairman mentioned, when Dr. King was murdered, exactly 1 year from the date that he made a statement that the Vietnam was immoral.
Can we say one thing? How many of y'all had loved ones? Your daddy, your uncle, your daggone cousin was daggone sent over to fight this army, and then they came back with Agent Orange. How many of your family members right now, your uncles, your daggone cousins, your daddy got Agent Orange and can't even daggone see straight, can't daggone even daggone get their life in order because it messed up their heads? How many? I got family members right now that has Agent Orange, and we were born into this Agent Orange, and then you wonder why your kids is all messed up out here because you're messing with people that done been in the army over there in that daggone ungodly place, killing folks. And see, the thing is, when you do things like this, you're gonna get it back in 100 folds. God suffered our loved ones by going over here to these armies, killing innocent babies, women, and children, and men. You know what I'm saying? So they had to get back what God wanted them to have, and that was that Agent Orange. You shouldn't have never daggone been fighting the army and fighting the daggone war. Black folks, white folks, that ain't your daggone fight. Don't let nobody tell you you gotta go somewhere. You got rights. And I right now know the FBI ain't no good. When they hung up in my face and told me, laugh, you want to talk to a president, click. Oh, you showed me right there, Mr. Daggone FBI agent. We messing with the wrong people, and y'all ain't for us. Y'all against us. Y'all work for the enemy, so we don't like you either, like you don't like us. The government is full of shit. The daggone FBI full of shit. The police full of shit. Everybody full of shit. Ungodly. You work for the daggone devil. You're doing the devil's work. But God's people is about to set your demons down. Because we're not going to continue to daggone let y'all keep us oppressed. We about to fight. If we got to stop daggone going down here to your polls. If we got to walk off the jobs. We done with you, government. We're done. Period. We're done. We know y'all don't care nothing about us. You barely give us anything that daggone suffice us to survive this daggone war on us, the people. To hell with you, government, FBI, police officers, anything that think that you are in control. To hell with you, with gasoline draws on. Y'all have a blessed day.